Well, got back in time for that. Thank you for the hydrate. Glad to see everybody is doing well in the chat. Actually, I'm almost done with this water bottle, so I might as well just finish it. Okay. Alrighty, everyone. Okay. I'll hold off on the intro then. I gotta do this now. I ain't waiting for the ad to end before I do it. I'm just gonna do it because ain't no point. I ain't gonna waste time. I gotta get into it. Alrighty, let's do... Oh, I have a good one that I can do. Alright. Here we go. Do the thing. This thing. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 17, 18, 19, 20. Hopefully I do not regret doing an arm exercise before I get into it. I have ads, so I figured a delay was needed. Oh, great. Yeah, I just finished up that exercise during the duration of the ad. Anyways, as I was saying, I hope that I don't regret doing an arm exercise, because art. Although I'm not drawing today, as we're moving on into the rigging. Anyways, into my introduction. Hello, everyone. I am Ryu, Ice Storm Dragon, from the mystical world of Castatal, and today we are continuing our tutorial on making a Vtuber model, and this time we are moving into the rigging portion of the tutorial. So for anybody that needs rigging know-how, that's what we're doing here. Oh no, look at all the PNGs. Why did it do that? Like, if nobody's in a VC with me, those don't need to be there. Stop. Anyways, hi! So, we're gonna start out really simple, and we're gonna skip the songs with words because they're very distracting for me. I don't know if they're distracting for anybody else, but I can't focus. There we go. This one doesn't have words, so it's less distracting for me. Hi, Darla! Yeah, so when last we left off on this tutorial model, let me open this bad boy up. I have to open it first. That you aren't. It's the words take your focus. Yeah, probably. The words probably take my focus. Oh my god, I can't. Okay. I hate when I drag a window too close to the top of my computer screen and it goes, "Do you want to do split screen?" And I'm like, no! I don't want to do that. Please stop. Anyways, oh, that's the wrong model. Whoops. Nope, that's comic panels. Hold on, I'll find it. Here we go. We're opening it. It's freaking out right now, but you know, it'll figure out its life in a second. It's almost there. Alright, so as you can see here, we have a fully rendered and drawn out model for us to rig. Everything's all cut up into the correct parts. We have the extra add-ons for the emotion toggles, everything that we need. Now, In order for you to be able to rig this, first and foremost, let me get rid of the watermark layer and the sketch layer, because we don't need that. And I also... Oh, wait, hold on. I do want to do... This is a little hack of mine, that I'm going to do right now. So I have... Ah. Not that one. Not quite that one. Or maybe it is quite that one. Hold on. You know what? I am going to say it is that one, yeah. Hold on. Okay, so... This... You see these on the side here? So what I have is right here. It looks really small right now, but I can fix that. Hold on. First thing I have to do is... I have to make this an image layer because... An image material layer, so I can do this. Okay. So as you can see, look. It's different faces. I have to shrink it. So this will give you a general idea of the faces, right? So I'm gonna have this here, and I am gonna make it invisible for now, but I'm gonna use that as a reference for the face angles when I have it in the program. And then I'm not gonna need the watermark layer or the sketch layer or whatever the heck this... Oh! I already had a layer on. Never mind. Okay, so I don't need that one I just added. I'm dumb. I already have the little faces. Yeah, there you go. And I'm not gonna need the ruler layer or the paper layer. So we're gonna delete all of those layers. The delete button didn't work. I'm too used to that. Hold on. Oh wait, no, I think it's figuring itself out. It's not me. Okay, here we go. Delete layer. So now, all you have left is this as... Oh my god. This is a PNG. And what you're gonna do is, depending on what program you use, if you use Photoshop, you shouldn't have to do anything special when you're saving it. But if you use any other program, you're gonna want, like, for example, in Clip Studio, you're gonna go up to File. And when the drop-down pops up, you're gonna go to Save As. Or, wait, no. Yeah, it's Save As. So you're gonna go to Save As. And then when the menu pops up for the files, for the Save As, what you're gonna do is, where it says Save As Type, you're gonna scroll down to where it says Photoshop Document. Because you need to have it saved as a PSD for it to properly read in Live 2D. Unless they changed that recently. But as far as I know, it has to be a PSD. Which is very annoying for me, because mine save is CSP by default. But it's not too hard to get it changed to a PSD. So what I'm doing is I'm going in and I am saving it as a PSD and, you know, saving it to whatever file folder that I need to, where I can find it easily. Make sure it's, like, named clearly so you can identify it. Unless you're one of those people that are capable of identifying an image that's been saved as a random series of numbers, in which case, good for you. I can't do that. I'm not good at numbers. So mine just says Wyvern VTuber, and then I have the month that I started making it, which is May, and the year 2023. Isn't it wild we started making this thing back in May of 2023? It's crazy. Just goes to show how long it takes you to make VTuber models. Anyways, saving as the PSD now. So it's going to save as that, and then once we do that, we can exit out of the art program, and then we can open up Live 2D, which Live 2D has a 42-day free trial, I believe. And then after that, you could pay for it monthly. It's about probably, I don't know, like $18 a month or something like that. It's something like 2,000 yen, which isn't quite $20. It's like a little under $20, which is why I'm saying 18. It'd be like 18 bucks a month, which isn't too bad. I'm going for the yearly payment now because after a while they like give you a little bit of a discount like each year. It stopped after a while, or else eventually it would be free, which would be crazy. But so I'm doing the yearly one just because I do rigging commissions, so that's why I'm doing the yearly one. But it is great to do that. Also, I forgot to say, so it doesn't really show up on here because it's capturing just this particular window. But if you are on Clip Studio Paint, it will have a little pop-up box when you try to save it as a PSD that is going to say, oh, the layer information isn't compatible with this format, yada yada, blah blah blah. Ignore that. Just hit yes. Save it anyways. It'll be fine. Also, hi, Looney. Welcome in. I'm doing my little explanation on exporting files for rigging. Alright, and once this gets all saved up, you can close out of this and then open Live 2D, which you should be able to find the download for Live 2D quite easily online just by looking it up. They have their own website. I'm not sure, like, if someone tries to get you to download it from, like, a third-party website, I probably wouldn't because I don't know how safe that is. So I would just go to their website and, like, get it there. Easy. The downside about my computer and my program is it does take a little bit longer than usual to save, but it does work out in the end. But yeah, Looney, I hope you've been having a good day. Also, let me probably go through chat because chat was kind of rolling while I was setting up. See, Godix, Chrono's here, Darla's here. Hi. Printing stuff and hanging around. Okay. But yeah, I'm excited to finally work on the rigging for this. Very excited. Alrighty, so I finally have this saved as a PSD now. So I can go ahead and exit out of this program. And then we're going to go in and we're going to open up Live 2D. Oh, I don't know if that's the right one. Ooh, yeah, no, that's definitely not the right one that I have as the shortcut. I'm gonna have to fix that. Now let's see if it captures automatically or I'll have to fiddle with my screens. My day's been good. How about y'all's? Oh, nope, it's capturing. That's great. My day's been good. Yeah, so you'll get this little pop-up box. At the beginning, I just close out of it. It's annoying. There we go. Actually, I have to move over my chat and stuff now because it's going to be in my way. I'm so sorry, Drivacat, but as I said, the word ones distract me. Oh, I don't want to skip it though. I love this song. It's fine. We're just importing. Okay, so in order to import a new kind of PSD for you to work on, you're going to go up to the top left corner where it says File. You see how that's highlighted when I scroll over it? Yeah. So you're going to click on File, and then you're going to go down to where it says Open. And then it's going to open up a little box where it's basically your files. It's not going to look like File Explorer. It's going to be a little bit different. But you're going to go through wherever you saved your file. You're going to go there. And then you're going to open up that PSD. You can't click New because it's not going to be able to read, like, whatever. Because nothing's in there. Okay, and once you click on it, you're going to have a menu that pops up. And it's going to say, please select the resolution for displaying the model image. Do not do full scale. Full scale will make it just takes so much more resources to run on your computer. So I recommend doing either half preview or 1/4 preview. Right now mine says recommended on half, so I am gonna do half for now. But the smaller you make the preview, the less space it's going to take up to display the model image. Now, it will not export at half the size. It will export at the full size, the full scale, when you're done with it. So do not worry about that. This is just how it, like, appears as a preview. Alright, we got it creating model data. Oh my god, I forgot the scales layer. Whoops. Hold on. I need to put that thing back where it came from, or so help me. Oh my god, where is it? Where? So everything's a little chaotic because all the clip layers have reset, as you can see. The clip layers are not clipped to anything. So we need to make them clipped to something. I have to find this layer. Okay, there we go. It is up at the top. There we go. So, over in the corner here, you have this section, this clipping ID. I think you can see it. But, you see where the little blinking line is right there? This area over on the right side that has the inspector, that one. So, there's a box that says clipping ID, and there's also a little drop-down menu that you can click on. And if you open it, you'll be able to go through and see all of the different layers. And so for this, for the scales, I'm gonna want it to be clipped to the tail. So let's clip that to the tail so that it is out of the way. I also think, let's clip it to the tail first. Yeah, see, okay, so we got it clipped to the tail. And then we also want to clip it to the... Oh, that's not it. Where's this layer? I'm trying so hard to find this particular layer. I need the arm. Oh, here we go. That's weird. Why is it doing this? Hold on. Every once in a while you get an error. I'm trying to figure out how to make that not do that. Hold on. There's something it's clipped to that's making it wonk. I need to make it not wonk. What is it? What are you clipped to, bro? What the heck are you... What are you clipped to, my guy? I'm trying so hard to figure out what the heck it's clipped to. I don't know. Okay. No, it's clipped to something else. Oh, no, it's not clipped. That's a different layer. Okay. Anyways, we're gonna do this for the clipping layer. There's also very important stuff here. As you can see on this side, you see all these layers here. Yeah, so on the right-hand side, there's a number. That number is 500 by default. You do not want everything to be that number. This is priority layers. So this basically says what's going to be on the bottom, what's going to be on the top. The higher the number, the more front it is. As you can see, the scales need to be on a lower layer because they are just in the way of precisely everything. It's the same with the tail. So for draw order, as it's called, we're gonna take these and we're gonna make the draw order smaller. So oh, thank you for the hydrate. I have to crack open a new bottle for this. I'm not gonna lie, the setup takes a while, so we might not be able to get into any real rigging right away, but the setup is very important. So, because we start at 500, I'm gonna just drop this down to like a solid 450. And we're gonna do the same for the wings. We're gonna drop the wings down to like 450 because... And because we're doing like 50 in between here, we have some layback that we can do. Like, for example, because this one's just above, we can do this as like 451. Excuse me? Hold on. This is 450. That should... Ah! Hold on while I be incredibly confused. No, it should definitely be clipped to that. That's so weird. Why? Hold on while I have technical difficulties. So no? Why? Okay. No. Why? Maybe if I make it 452? Okay, so it works at 500. Why? If I literally move it down one, it doesn't work anymore. What? Huh? Also, thank you for the bits. I wish you the best. Hope you still have some sanity at the end. That... Sporadics, babysitting with sanity. Hope you're doing okay, Ryu? Yeah. For a second, I thought that comment was directed at me, not gonna lie. I thought the sanity comment was directed at me, then I looked up and I saw the thing about babysitting. Okay, so I need to figure out why these... Oh, it's because I did the wrong thing. There we go. I'm dumb. Okay, so this is the layer that needs to be moved down. There we go. That's how we do. Now, what we're going to do is, as we go through and we change everything's priority layer and things like that, we are going to go through and do this as well. Okay, so up at the top, you see this little thing I'm highlighting? That is an automatic mesh generator. It can generate a mesh for the art layers. I'm going to go here, and a little pop-up box is going to open, and I'm going to hit standard, and it's going to do this. Now, every once in a while, it might not do the mesh in a way that you like. Like, for example, I don't quite like the way that this mesh is made. Like, I don't like it at all. So, I'm just not going to do that for the mesh, and then I'm going to go over to this other little box right next to the auto generator, which is manual mesh edit. Of course, I do have 2 layers selected here, so I do have to focus on just like one. So we're gonna go to manual mesh edit. As you can see, it starts you off with a box. I don't like the box. We're gonna get rid of the box. You can use a little lasso tool to select all of them, and then just hit delete, and that'll get rid of all of them. Okay, and then there's a little pen with like a plus sign that is to add points. So you can start up here and be like, ah, yes, we're gonna draw a line like right through the middle of the tail. Yes, I know the mesh is open, please. So what I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna just draw a little box, basically, around the tail. Might take a while, but, you know, it's worth it in the end. Now, some mesh layer things you're gonna want to be a little bit more, I guess, have more lines, make it more detailed. The more detailed the mesh is, the more elaborate the mesh is, the more you can do with it. Okay, so once I do the outline, I can click auto connect. That just automatically does that right there. The more you're going to be manipulating an object, the more you're going to want the mesh to do. Now, you could be really easy and hit this button over here that says 4 division, which divides one triangle into 4 triangles. So if I hit that button, for example, it does that. It's immediately way more complicated. I do not know if I need it to be that complicated yet, so I am going to leave it like this and then just hit this little check mark when I am done. Check. And then I am going to go to... Actually, I am going to select both of them at the same time because I just realized I need to do something stupid and annoying. So we're going to go back to manual. As you can see, one of them is red, one of them is green. We have to redo the green. So I'm going to click off of this. I went to the tool that's just selection edit to click off because if you click off and you have the add point, it doesn't do anything. So now if I click again with that, it's going to let me pick which one I want to work on. I want to work on the tail tip, so I'm going to click on the tail tip. We're going to use the lasso tool again to get rid of that because that's not what we want. And then we're going to use the add point tool. But what I'm going to do is some of these points I'm going to copy over. And that's going to help us when we have to use the glue, which is not necessarily something that I'm wanting to use, but sometimes you don't really have a choice. Excuse you, come here. No, stop. I am kind of making few, like, shorter lines on this one. Okay, so I do have to kind of, like, match up the mesh here. Yeah, okay. And then we're gonna go and do this one. We do kind of want to, like, whoop, don't do that. No, stop. Okay. Auto connect, fill that in. Are redeems borked? Oh no, I'm so sorry. I didn't open the thing to do the redeems. I'm sorry. Hold on. Let me fix it. Okay, it should work now. Let me just do that. Hold on. Okay. And then where did it go? Ah. There we go. No, I forgot to open the thing that allows them to go automatically. It's the thing. But yeah. Didn't I change the rules so that transform works on a 30-minute timer? I think I did something like that. Either way, let me... Oh, maybe... Oh, it's shift click. Why am I doing... Yeah, okay. The view incarnate is always awesome to see. I thought it was manual only. Oh, no, Thradix. I actually switched to a thing that allows me to do it kind of automatically, so I haven't actually been hitting those for quite some time. Anyways, you can see the parts here where they're lined up. They're identical. We're going to use the lasso tool to select all of those dots, and then I'm going to hit Control-G. And that is going to use a tool called glue on them, and it's going to glue them together. So, for example, if I were to take this, and I were to do that, they're glued together. It looks weird now, but when I rig it, it will hopefully, you know, not look cursed. If not, I can always just undo it. That's the beauty of glue. Alright. Now we're gonna take these. And we're gonna auto-generate some mesh for them. Isn't that nice? Okay, Yep, auto-generate. Uh-huh. Did that actually? Okay, good. Sometimes it disappears on me, so I have to double check it. Alright, we also have these 2 layers that we made. Separate. To use for the wing flapping. I don't know why they made that a little bit heavier. That's a little awkward. But whatever. It'll do for our purposes. Doesn't matter. Those were kind of just in case layers. I don't know whether or not they're going to work or not. But we are going to kind of just leave them be for now. And then what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to grab all of these layers for the arms. And we're going to want to put a little bit of deformation. Deformation? No. Mesh on them. See that? That's a whole chaotic mess right there. We're not even going to talk about that. I am not going to put any mesh on the scales layer because, let's be honest, I can't be bothered for that. It's fine. I am going to save a little bit of my progress though. So when you hit save for the first time, it is going to pop up a whole separate menu for like where you're going to save the cubism model or whatever. I recommend adding a new folder, creating the new folder, naming the folder after whatever your VTuber is. So like I'm naming this one Wyvern VTuber. And then I'm going to go into that folder and that's where I'm going to save all files related to this model so that they're all in one file folder. Yeah, I think I have it set on a 30-minute timer. So actually, let me set that timer for the transform because I think I switched it to that just because I got tired of me having transform redeemed and then it never going away. But I couldn't remember if it was an hour or if it was 30 minutes. So I'm going to do 30 minutes for now. Okay, so now that you have it saved in its own file, it's great. Okay, so now I'm slowly but surely going to have to go through all these items. But just to give you an example of another thing you have to do is up here at the top, this little button says Edit Texture Atlas. Now, if you can see, when I zoom in, look how blurry and pixelated that is. Not cool, right? So what you want to do is you want to hit Edit Texture Atlas, and it's going to give you a new Texture Atlas setting window that's going to pop up. You're going to pick the width and the height. I really wouldn't go less than 4096 pixels. That is the maximum amount that can be handled on a phone, but just in terms of like fitting as much as you can on one canvas, I would recommend doing that. If you do anything higher than that, it typically won't be picked up on a phone. You can make more than one texture atlas, so don't even worry about it. So I am going to pick the 4096 pixel one and then do 4096 pixels by there. I have it set to do not place as default layout. So I'm going to go with that. And I'm just going to leave the texture name Texture Atlas 1, although I could make it literally whatever I wanted. And then I'm going to hit OK, and it's going to generate a Texture Atlas. And give me a second while I... There we go. I need to make it so that you can actually proper see that, so hold on. This right here. So this thing, first and foremost, we're gonna have to put the scales. Oh my god. Okay, so... That's interesting. I see now where that would be a problem. So that's going to have to go on a bigger texture atlas no matter what. And I kind of hate myself for that, but that is okay. So for now, we're just going to do all of the parts here for the arms. So we can hit automatic layout and then it'll, you know, move them around. So you'll want to click on them to make sure that they are at a 100% scale. They're not scaled under. That's going to be chaotic. I honestly, I don't like this smaller texture atlas. I kind of low-key hate it. I am going to make a bigger one because it won't be readable on the phone, but... Hold on while I friggin' mess with my ears here. I can always make one later that's just at a lower texture. But for now, this is gonna... this is gonna have to not be there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just edit, undo, do... Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna edit. No, not edit. No. That's... no. Hold on, I'm figuring it out. I swear there was a way to change... Ah, under the tab that says texture, it's the change texture size. Okay. Okay. So just by making the width one and the height the other, it should give me way more space to actually work with here. And then I'm gonna try and add all the wings to this layer. Let's see if that works, or if I'll need another one. I have a sneaking suspicion that that might be a bit much. See, that brings it down to a scale of 76.54. That will reduce the quality, so you don't want that. You don't want that at all. Okay, so... We're gonna... We're gonna be fiddling around with this for a little bit. This is just how it do. Okay, so let's try... just the wings first. You can, of course, manually drag parts. Oh no, that's not what I wanted. No, stop. So the main goal of this is to just make sure none of the mesh is touching any other parts of the mesh, because it will mess up the picture. You can also rotate them to get them to fit. But yeah, you're gonna do everything you can to make everything fit. Alright, as you can see, I managed to fit all the little wing parts here. Unfortunately, I don't think I'll be able to fit the arm parts. So I'll probably have to put those on a separate layer. Unless I change the canvas size again, which is entirely possible. I just know that the larger the texture size, the more effort it's going to take to load in, and it might become a nuisance. Let's see if I can't... tweak these on here somehow. We're going to squeak as much onto one texture atlas as we can. Come on, you. As you can see, this one is one of the problematic ones. Okay, the question is, how am I gonna fit this one? I'll move this one up just a little bit. Haha! See? I can do it if I put my mind to it. Okay. Cool. Alright. Now, when you do this, when you save this one texture atlas, if you only have, like, one set of items on it, everything else is going to turn red. It's going to be abnormal. See? Everything else is going to turn red. It's fine, though. And as you can see, the scales layer is a little bit bonked because the scales layer is also something we don't have on the texture atlas. However, if you zoom in, you see it's not so pixelated anymore, which was the point of this. This is problematic. So we are going to go ahead and add these items, even though they don't have meshes yet, to the texture atlas, just so that they stop doing what they're doing, because it's annoying. So I'm going to go up here to the top, and I'm going to hit add texture. And I'm going to do about the same width and height that I was doing. And I'm just going to randomly allocate these, and we can fix it later. I don't even care if they shrink down right now. Because the important thing is just that I have everything on there. Ooh, yeah, they're definitely gonna shrink. Ooh, yeah, they are for sure gonna shrink. I just want to get rid of the red, though. That's my only priority, is that I get rid of the red. So it is going to shrink quite a bit. And we're going to add a texture just for the scales. Can I scale? This one I might scale down. Let's try 70. No, 70 still don't cut it. Unless, I don't know. 60? We won't change the texture size. Uh-huh. Oh my god, hi, why did you do that? What? This is gonna reduce the quality of the scales, but I think it's fine, probably. Now that everything's on a texture layer, it's probably not gonna be red anymore. It's not gonna be the best quality until we split them up into even more layers, though, because of the fact that we just slammed everything onto one layer. So they've probably been scaled down quite a bit. This is just to get it out of the way while we start generating the meshes. Okay, this should get rid of that red. Yep, there we go. Now, you can see the difference in quality kind of between this and this, but it's very minimal, so you can't tell very much. Let me turn the scales layer back on. See, that's been scaled down, but I don't think it really matters so much that it's been scaled down, because that's just for effect. Okay, so, now. We've done the mesh generation for the arms layers, the tail, and for the wings. So let's move on to, let me see. So the hair back here, this is going to be towards the back of the head. So we're going to have to make this a lower draw order. I do want it to be above those scales though. So I'm going to say 455. Oh, and the hat, of course. The hat needs to be, I'll put the hat at 450. That way it's behind everything. Okay, so all of these layers, we're going to add the mesh, the auto-generated mesh. Works out pretty well. Now, we do have this here, which, I don't think I actually need, to be honest. All that does is just make it slightly less opaque. Yeah, we don't need this layer, actually. Yeah, we don't need it. So we can just delete that. This is one of the clothing layers, so we'll go ahead and generate a mesh for that one. A lot of these I do one at a time because, as I said, sometimes it just doesn't work for me. It gets a little wonky. Okay, so we're gonna take all of these layers right here. We're gonna generate mesh for them. Yeah, there we go. I might have to redo the leg ones. Just to have them kind of like look a little better, work a little better, but that's a good start. We're going to take the shade of the frills here, and we're going to actually clip those to the upper legs. It's going to take me a while to scroll through all these to find the layer I need to work with. Okay, let me see. Thigh. Here's thigh L. We want to do thigh R. There we go. Perfect. And we'll generate a mesh for that. There we go. I'm gonna do the boots now. I'm gonna erase this top here. As you can see, this is part of the problem. This is what needed to be clipped. So we're gonna clip this layer that I have named Raw to the torso. Oh, that's what happens if I make it additive. And that's multiply. What the heck does calling mean? Doesn't say anything. Alright, I'll make that maybe like 80. Okay, that's fine. We're gonna generate a mesh for that. Same for this one, we need to clip it. This layer is kind of blush for the shoulders, so we are also going to clip that to the upper body. And give that mesh as well. Information on that. This is the shadow for the neck, so we're going to clip it to the neck layer. As soon as I find it. There we go, perfect. Turn back on the top. Ooh, wow. Ooh, they went crazy on the mesh for the frills. I'll take it though. Now this is the face. This is going to take significantly more effort. Okay, so this... I'm hoping is... We'll probably copy and paste some stuff. Okay, so this is what I like to call the head shade layer. As you can see, it looks really weird, but this is mostly for when the head turns. So it's not going to be visible all the time. However, we are going to clip it to the head. So it'll only appear on the head, and for now, we're going to set it to 0% opacity, so it's just not visible at all. We also have this thing, which I call the headline cover, which I am going to do an invert mask. There's a little box you can check here. I don't know if you can see it, but it's right underneath where clipping ID is, and it says invert mask. I'm going to check that box, and then I'm going to set the mask to be the headline. I think I passed it. No, I didn't. Okay. Okay. I actually did this completely wrong. This one isn't going to be clipped to this. This one isn't going to be the invert mask. We're going to go to the headline, and then we're going to clip the headline to that little bubble, and then hit invert mask. That's what it is. Okay, see? If you do normal clipping, that's the only thing that shows up, because it's the only part of the bubble. If you hit invert mask, the part that is covered by the bubble disappears. Now, what is the point of this, you ask? It's gonna be out of the way most of the time, but it's mostly for, like, when you're looking up or something, or when you look to the side. so that, it'll erase part of the line and make it look more, I guess, 3D-ish is the sort of thing that I'm going for. Okay, so we are going to take these two, and we're going to go to Edit Mesh. Edit Mesh Manual. Okay, which one am I going to click? I'm going to click on this one first. So I like the way this mesh is a little bit more, but I am going to kind of like fidget with that a little bit because I don't quite like it 100%. Alright, so we're gonna use the lasso tool. And we're gonna Control C. We're gonna copy that. We're gonna go back to our little clicky tool. We're gonna go to the head. Use the lasso tool. And we're gonna delete that. And then we're gonna Control V and paste that. And then... I know. And shift click, shift click. Shift click, shift click. I want to click both. God dang it. Okay, well for now I'm just going to click check mark and then I'm going to have both and I'm going to go back in and then it should have both selected. There we go. I'm going to make this whole thing glued. Now that could work for me in the end. It could not work for me in the end. We're going to see. Hopefully that'll be good though. Now we're going to grab all of these layers. We're gonna do some auto-generated mesh on them. Gosh, we love the auto-generated mesh. So nice. Hold on, it's figuring its life out. Oh my gosh. Alright. There we go. Now the mouth one's gonna be difficult. I'm actually gonna have to get rid of this so that I can see what I'm doing. I do have a tongue out. A tip of the tongue. For now, I'm gonna make the tongue tip go away. And now we are on to the eyes. Look at all these eyes I made for emotes. Alright, put those away for now. Now, if you've noticed, I completely forgot while I was doing this to go in and do literally anything about the priority layers of any other parts of the image. Which I'm hoping will not backfire on me later. Okay, so we're actually going to take these, and I think I'm going to invert mask these and clip them to the bangs. Maybe I was wrong? No. Okay. Thought for sure that would work. Do these horns. Okay, I think maybe if I do invert mask with that, and then I do the... Where are my... Yeah. That doesn't quite look nice, though, so I'm just simply not gonna do that. Okay, so I think the front part of the hair, I want to be a higher draw order, so I'm gonna hit that with a solid 550. Same with this one, it's gonna be 550. This one is gonna be clipped to all of the hair layers, so hair front, wherever the heck hair back is. Generate that mesh. Doing the emote things now. Oh my god, hold on. I just realized something. Have to have this be over top of the hair. I don't know, maybe that did look better as just... I don't know, I'll leave that one like that. I think it'll be fine. Oh, well, okay. Hold on. Alright. Was it for the transform? Sorry if the timer spooked anyone. That's fine, I spooked myself. Eventually, I'm gonna figure out where the heck that flower is. Here we go. Here's where the main flower is. Put that up there. Alrighty. So we've done the mesh for everything now. Now we have to situate the texture atlas, and then we can start working on it. Alright, let's pop open that texture atlas. And now we're going to edit this monstrosity because none of this will work. It's all been scaled down, see? So, starting with wherever the head is. Hold on. We're going to start with the hair and the horns, lashes, all these things that are going to be on the head. Okay, we still have plenty more space. Let's add the hair in the back and the hat. Yep, okay. Oof. Okay, that definitely adds some stuff there. Let's see how this goes. Still at 100%. Perfect. Adding the neck shouldn't pose any problems. I feel like adding the petals would probably not cause any problems either. Alright, still at 100%. I could definitely fit the shoes there. Just a game of how much can I add to one layer before it screams at me. Okay. Oh, wait, is it not showing? Hold on, it's not showing on here. Why is it not showing my texture atlas? What? Okay, hold on. Okay, I fixed it. I had no idea it wasn't showing this entire time. Okay. Yeah, I'm making sure everything is staying at 100% scale, and then I'm seeing just how much I can squeeze onto here. The instant the scale switches from 100% to something else, I'm going to have to switch to doing something else. Making a different texture. Alright, it's still at 100%. Okay, we're getting there, we're getting there. Alright, I don't think I'm gonna fit any of this other stuff on there. I feel like it's gonna be too large. So we're gonna go ahead and switch over to adding a texture. Because this is gonna need so much of its own space. Can I make a smaller texture size? Will this be enough? Oh, that's been scaled down. Oh no. How are they all scaled down? They can fit. So weird. Hey, look, they all fit at 100%. That's so weird that it scaled it down. Anyways, so here we have 1, 2, that, 4. But of course they're labeled 0, 1, 2, 3. I don't know why. But yes, we're gonna save that up. We're gonna save it up. We have 4 textures total. I think that's pretty good considering how many items we had. Alright, it's just kind of loading in now. We're gonna see how it looks. Once it loads in. Everything's pretty detailed here, as you can see, so that's good. So with that, we can save our work and start actually rigging. Well, it does look kind of bonk if I zoom out, I've noticed. We're gonna start with what I think is the easiest place to start from, which is actually doing the blinking motion of the eye first. I know that might seem a little bit odd, but overall, it just... We do have to turn off all of the stuff that we don't need, though. Like... anything that's gonna get in the way, we have to turn off. Okay. So now we have a small ball child that we're gonna work with. It's stretched out weird. Has it been that way the whole time? I certainly hope it hasn't. It's stretched out so weird. Hold on, let me wait for it to finish saving and see if that's what's causing it to be weird looking. I'm really hoping that that's the issue. Nope, it just looks weird. Okay, Okay, that's kind of weird. Oh, gosh. Why is it... What? Okay, weird. Realized the entire time that it had been capturing this. This isn't the right layer. Like, this isn't supposed to capture that. At all. So it was capturing the wrong thing the entire time. Anyways, how odd. Okay, so we're gonna work on the eyes now. So the first thing we want to work on is, of course, the lashes. Now, you can see here, there's a thing on the side here. I'm gonna make a folder specifically for eyes. It's gonna be the eyes folder. And you can actually right-click and label it a color. For basic motions, I like to do green. So everything that's related to the eyes here, I'm gonna pick it up and I'm gonna slap it into this eye folder. Ba-boom. So you have eye left, eye right. We're not gonna be bothering with the left eye at all, which is, of course, going to be this eye on the right-hand side. We're just gonna be focusing on this eye right here. And then we're going to copy-paste flip the other eye because I'm lazy. So anything that says R is going to have to be rigged to the eye R open. If you hit Control, you can click multiple. So, like, that's all of the lash layers. So I can go over here to where it says IR open, and then up underneath, right where it says parameter, there's a thing called add 2 keyforms. You're going to start with that. If you need a third keyform to kind of like balance things out, we can work on that later. But for now, we're just going to add the 2 keyforms. I do want to point this out, though. This is not a very good art mesh for the lashes. So we are going to go into here and edit it because it's not very good. So it's not going to rig very well. Lashes are one of those things that have, like, a lot of manipulation going on with them to get them to look just perfect. Excuse you, the absolute audacity. There we go. So we are going to make this mesh as complex as possible, so to speak. No, stop. Stop it. Stop it. We're going to auto-connect that, and then we're going to test and see if that's good enough, and if it's not good enough, we'll go in and we'll do the 4 division. But for now, that's a good start. Now, this is one of the rare things where I will manipulate the art mesh directly. Usually you don't set it directly over here. You don't set the keyforms directly with the art mesh. You use deformers, and you'll set the keyforms with the deformers. However, the eyes here are going to be one of those special things. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to go over here to this tool that says Deform Path Edit. You're going to click on it, and you're going to use this to draw these little dots. You can draw as many as you like, get as much, you know, manipulation as you like. You can also move them so long as it's selected. If you're not selected on the Deform Path Edit, don't be doing this or you're going to be moving the art mesh. And then I'm going to go back to the normal arrow tool. And then I'm going to click it over to the far left side, which is going to be the closed position. So for the closed position, that's where we're going to start dragging it and manipulating it like this. See? So we're going to drag it. And we're going to slowly manipulate it to go down. I'm doing this slowly but surely. Now you can see it looks a little bit scrungly. It really doesn't look that great, which honestly kind of shocks me. I don't know why it's so blurry and terrible looking. Like, what the heck happened? Why are you like this? Why are you all like this? Ha! Am I having issues with my texture atlas? Hold on. No, that's scaled to 100% here. We'll just reload the texture atlas. It's fine. Working in and out, but I'm obsessed with those pupils. Thank you. Yeah, I like giving my characters like unique sort of eyes, which is why the eyes I'm working on for my 5.0 are super extra. But every time someone commissions me for a character, I always try and do their eyes in a unique way. Mostly because I'm obsessed with how they did that in Demon Slayer. Like, I loved how every family had, like, their own unique set of eyes. And I just really enjoyed the overall vibe of the style. Can you nope. No focus? You're still gonna look like trash? Got it. Okay. Okay, so for now, as you can see, that's our progress so far. We're still going. I really passionately hate how I zoom in and everything's super blurry. We are gonna go to this, and I think we are gonna hit it with a 4 division, just because we're gonna be manipulating it a lot. And I want to make sure that everything is really smooth and really good looking, as opposed to whatever the heck it was doing then. Now, it is harder to see because it is blurry. And you are going to have to keep in mind that this isn't the only part we're going to be lowering. We're going to be raising the bottom lash up as well to kind of like meet with it. Okay, I feel like this is a solid point to like stop for lowering it. Something to keep in mind, though, is you do have this thing here, this IR smile. I'm gonna edit this parameter and put it in as a blend shape. And then I'm also gonna add 2 keyforms to that. Now, if you want the eye smile, like for example, you're gonna have to like... So this one would be where when you have your character and they're happy, they do this kind of closed eye instead of that kind of closed eye. As you can see, it looks a little bit chaotic here. I maybe shouldn't have made that a blend shape. Yeah, I think I'm gonna not make that a blend shape. We're gonna... If you hit this little gray bar with a red line through it, it deletes all the keyforms on whatever one you have selected, so I'm gonna delete that. Make sure you're at whatever the default is when you do that, because if you don't, you'll end up in a weird place, and it's gonna be terrible. Alright, so I'm gonna remove that. I'm not gonna make that a blend shape anymore, because that's awful. And then we're gonna try that again. We're gonna hit two keyforms here. And then I am going to... make it kind of look a little bit more happy, yeah? Trying to figure out how I would rig this to look happier. I don't think that makes any logistical sense, so I'm just not gonna do that. Alright. Now we're going to grab this bottom lash here. Again, the mesh could be better, so we're gonna edit it. We're mostly just gonna move these points to be directly over. I'm hoping that will be good enough. And then we're gonna go back to this thingy, where we do the thing. And, oh my god, I didn't mean to make that a circle. There we go. Alright, so we've already rigged this to the eye open thing. And we're gonna start kind of moving it up. And also like this. We're just gonna move that up and out of the way. That looks legit. And then we're also gonna rig it to this one. As you can see. Needs to be moved up more. I also think it needs to be fiddled with a bit more. Personally. And then for this, for the eye smile, we're gonna like kind of like bring it up here. You want to bring it up a little bit. Now, as you can see, it does look a little bit bonkers, so I am going to go in here again and 4 division it, and hopefully that'll make it look better and smoother when I'm doing this. I won't say it's better, I won't say it's worse, but it's something. Okay, we're getting somewhere, that's cute. Now, next one is going to be the side lashes, and of course we have those 2 little offshoot lashes that I added just for funsies. I could always remove those if they're not working out, thankfully. Good thing about being your own artist and rigger is if you don't like something, you can simply just remove it. If you aren't your own artist, then you have to ask if you can remove something before you remove it, or else it's problematic. Why is it so... Why are you so blurry? I'm not used to it being so blurry when I work on it. Okay, here we go. You need to be brought down. We're gonna go ahead in with these bad boys. I guess I should be bringing it up also. Yeah, I should. Oh my god, what have I done? We're fine. Maybe I should have just done this manually without this thing. It looks so scrongly. Oh my god, yeah, I absolutely should have done that manually without those. Eek. Okay, we're gonna try that again. But without these this time, because that did not work out. Thank you for the hydrate. Thankfully, there is a tool to get rid of these. A little delete control point tool. Alright, back to work. Okay, so we are going to do... Another thing to do is to kind of check how it looks, like, around the halfway point, because, you know, you want it to look nice. So for this, we're gonna drag down. Okay, so that one you don't notice too much, that's good. However, this one is going to be a little bit wonky bonky. Sure. See, that's not ideal. Ooh, yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to... Ooh, yeah. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna undo that again, and instead of the 2 points, I'm gonna do 3. So that I can... And I am gonna bring these back, actually. And then I'm going to go ahead and preemptively split those. So for this, we're gonna have to... Okay, so if I hit Control Shift C, I can copy this and then go here and hit Control Shift V and it'll paste it. However, it just ignored everything and didn't do what I wanted to do. So let's try that again. Control Shift C, Control Shift V. There we go. It copied it. Now, We're gonna have to draw you in right here, yep. Go off of that so I can see what it looks like and whether or not it's an atrocity. Okay, that definitely doesn't look good at all. See, that looks decent. That doesn't look decent. So we're gonna have to undo that. Yeah, okay. When I do the white to the eyes, I'm hoping it looks better. Whoa, bro. Hello? Oh.
3333333333.
Okay. Add a little keyform there so I can refine that. I just got spammed 3s. Oh, what it is with this thing and not wanting to, like, properly do anything, but, like, oh my god. So this one, I'm gonna maybe do... Do I wanna do this? Do I wanna do this? I really like extended interpolation, but I also don't know if I should use it willy-nilly all the time because it might get too chaotic. I don't know. Look how long I've been sub ding dong. That's why 3s. Okay. Free. Oh my god, it's like those commercials where they used to just say free for free. Oh my god, those commercials were crazy. Oh my god. Focus. Look at that. That's gonna be a crazy eye smile. I'm looking forward to it, though. Okay. Now, we gotta find... you! Yes. This one's a little bit more dingledy-dongledy. Real easy. Less easy. You can definitely see those. Like, Oh my god, what the heck did I do? No, 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 no. Guess I want to cancel mesh editing. What do you mean? When was I editing mesh? No, I do want them to be a little bit this way. Perfect. Okay. Exact thing that popped in my head about commercial. Yeah. Okay, so the next thing I need to work on is, of course, the white of the eyes. Or the sclera, or whatever it's called. I do, of course, have all of these that I have to work on. But it remains to be seen if I'll have those even close at all, because to be honest, I don't think that's something that I can manage. Would be cute if I can, but not right now. This is another reason why I'm working on eyes first, because I have so many eyes that I have to rig that I simply don't know what to do with myself. So right now we're selecting anything and everything that says R on it, and we're going to put it inside one layer. I don't know why I can't see the deformer. That kind of drives me crazy. Why can I not see it? There we go. Now I can see it. Cool. Alright, so... Boom. We have a deformer for the eye. We are gonna kind of just... Excuse you, why you always have to hit me like that? I want that to be kind of like... lined up there. Which I could probably do just as well if I just... Oh no. There we go. Okay. Maybe not. I'm finicky. There we go. Now this one, we need to find this, and we're gonna copy the ID, and we're gonna take everything that appears inside of the eye, and we're gonna go to clipping ID, and we're gonna Control V and paste the clipping ID, which is another way that you can set the layer to clip besides the drop-down menu. Alright, so the sclera. This one we're gonna set, and we're gonna have to get it to go. Actually, I don't want to set that one directly. Okay, so we are gonna give this thing its own sort of... Yeah, okay, so this one, we want the clipping ID to be to the head. We want it to be clipped to the face, so that it doesn't go below that. Very easy. We're just gonna go over here to where we can pick the clipping layer, and we're gonna clip it to the head so that it doesn't go off the head. So this way I can like grab this, you see, and then bam, it doesn't go off of there. Then we're gonna create a separate deformer, and we're gonna call this one sclera. Aura. Now you can do a 2x2 with the Bezier divisions or whatever the heck that means. Ah, the heck if I know. 2x2's probably gonna work. If it doesn't, you can always fix that. But I'm gonna change the edit type from retain control structure. Which, shoot, hold on. I just noticed something. Let me just. Excuse me. Why are you like this? Hold on. It keeps changing. Why does it keep changing? Did it do that on its own? Hello? What the shit? Okay, hold on. Hold on. Why are we like this? Hold on, everyone. I can't figure out why it's doing this, but it's kind of ruining the tutorial when the tutorial isn't doing what the tutorial needs to do, aka showing you the whole screen. It's hyper zoomed in for some godforsaken reason, and I can't make it not be hyper zoomed in. I don't get it. Yeah, exactly. Like, what the heck? Okay, if we do that... Hold on, let me figure out... How do I... That looks really awful, actually. You know what, Okay, I'm just gonna try to make a new screen capture because this clearly isn't working. Yes, please, thank you. Oh my god. Okay, hopefully that'll fix it. Now you can actually see what I'm pointing to, kind of. Okay, so over here, you have the thing that says retain control structure. You can see we click on it. I'm gonna go to the one that says smooth all. Alright, hopefully we will no longer have that issue, because that is just absurd. I don't know what it is with OBS and when I put things into folders, but when I put things into folders, they just get super bonked and they just don't work. I don't know why. Like, if I were to pick this up and move it into the folder that it used to be into, I guarantee you it would mess itself up again. I don't know why, but it would. So we're gonna take this, and now that we have it, you know, the edit type set to smooth all, we're gonna add the two little forms like we have been doing. And we're gonna slowly but surely... I hold shift when I'm dragging down so that I can, like, keep it in some sense. But as you can see, if we do it this way, it, kind of saves it a bit. So you don't have to move the other thing also. You don't have to move the eye also. We are going to move that down, and we are going to move that down. Can I please not hit the red dot and grab the green one instead? Thank you. Okay, so now, in theory... So we will have to do a middle portion, because as you can see here, that's not quite aligned. I might be able to fix that, though. Hold on. If I, like, bring this out, like, a little bit more... Almost. Not quite, but almost. Yeah, I'll just bring it out a little bit more. Hold on. There we go. So as you can see, we have a pretty good eye movement now. However, things will get completely thrown out of whack when we do that. So we will also have to rig it to this. Ah, yes. Chaos. Okay, I definitely need to do something about that. Now we're just gonna have to do a halfway point because it's not good enough. Okay. Gosh, that looks awful. That looks nightmarish, actually. I think I'm gonna kind of, like, drag that like this. Nope, that somehow made it worse. That didn't work. At all. I think it mostly means that I need to edit that line. Yeah, we're gonna go up to... Where did it go? Yeah, we're gonna go up to this. We're gonna edit it. We need this end to go up more, it looks like. Same with this end. Need that to go up a little bit. Need this to go up a little bit. So when it opens... Okay, one side's good. This side is not good. A little bit more. And it looks like we definitely need this to be rigged to the smile, because if it's not, it's gonna be chaos. Okay, so I need that and that. These three last dots need to come up more. You, and you need to come up more. Way more, apparently. Gosh. How am I supposed to do this? Coming along quite nicely, though. Okay. Welcome back. So, next step of this is, of course, we have to do something with the eyelid. And this little line on the side that I have here. This one's gonna probably be one of the easiest parts to do. Real simple. Top close. And you're like, oh, but where does this go? Well, not like that. That's where it doesn't go. What the heck? Gonna kind of hide it. I feel like if I let it go underneath like that a little bit, it would look okay, but I'm not sure. Let me turn that off so I can actually see what I'm doing. No, I don't quite like it being underneath like that, for sure. I don't like that. Okay, we definitely need whoops, nope, other way. You need to rig it to the eye smile, as you can see, because that is not working out. See if that works. Oh yeah, that'll work just fine. Hello? Ah! Doesn't like me. What the heck? Oh, let me please? Let me please. I want to just go back and forth and do the thing. I just want to test the blinking, please. Oh my god. There we go. Okay. Next part. The makeup. Now, as you can see, with the makeup, it's kind of... Ooh. I think for the most part, for this, I can just kind of, like, move it down. Maybe rotate it a little bit. Oh, hello. Excuse you, can I please just test the blinking? Does it hate me? What the heck? I'm gonna grab it again. I'm gonna drag it. Let me test the blinking. I feel like the makeup needs to be more of a multiply layer. Maybe, no, that's not it, I guess. Normal. Okay, maybe if I have too faint. No. I guess I do have to have it be that. I just don't know if that color feels right. Maybe it's just the way that it's... Maybe I... I do that. Okay, I do want it to have some sort of faint movement on the smile, so I think I'm gonna just... That way there's something going on. You're not the right thing. You're not... Can I click on the right thing, please? Okay. Now we have this one. This line we're gonna have follow all the way down. We're gonna whip out these bad boys again. These little lines. These little dots. Okay. And then we're gonna do this. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just drag it down further, and then I'm gonna start dragging a line like this. Excuse you. Stop. I do not understand why. Why? Like, it doesn't understand. I guess I should say. It doesn't understand when I'm clicking, like, where I'm trying to click. It keeps clicking me off and clicking me somewhere else, which is crazy. I also have a feeling maybe the makeup is a little bit heavy. Maybe I need to make it like 90%. There we go. Can you, for the umpteenth time, please excuse me? What the f- I'm holding it. How is it unclicking and selecting a different object? Ugh. I'm just gonna set this sucker to 95% opacity everywhere. That way there's at least some semblance of opacity. Oh my god, please. Everyone, my program's being super finicky today. I literally just want to rig an eyeball. Is that so hard? Okay. This is the eyelid. But Ryu, why is it so weird? That is because it's literally just the line and the shading. So we're gonna fish the mesh to maybe encompass the whole area where we would have. Also, it's not fully connected for some reason, which is really weird. So let's just redo this whole thing. So, first thing we should take into consideration is going down the entirety of the eyelid here. We want this to kind of match up if we can. Now this isn't quite good enough, so we're gonna make like these little triangles. That's fine. A little chaotic, but this is a start, and then we're gonna get up here. Because we have to finish sealing it in, because anything that's not encompassed in the art mesh is just not going to appear. Okay, so here we go. We have a completely new art mesh. It works just fine. This one we're gonna put in a deformer. I'm gonna call it eyelid aura. Very simple, very simple. Oh, wow. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Okay, it looks like maybe I want to bring this side in a bit more. It looks... Oh my god, not like that. Like that. Alright, I'd say that's a pretty good start, at least. That could do. Now we are going to have to do this, just so that we can fix that. Yep. Now, if we want to test it, which we can, there is a thing that you could go to test out the motion and the physics. I go there a lot. It's mostly for physics. It's not really for testing so much, but let's be honest. There's no other way to test this other than exporting it, which is a pain in the butt. So we're gonna test it this way. So there is a little tab up here at the top that says modeling, highlighted right now. When you click on it, you go to the very bottom to where it says physics settings, and then you click on that. Now, let me show you this. Let me just pull this out of here. That's a little bit large. Hold on. Probably the best that I can do here. Okay. So this is the physics menu. You have all these things here. These are your let me click on one so you can see what I'm referring to. Actually, I don't know. Is it capturing my cursor? Hope it is. Let's not. Here we go. Okay, now it's capturing my cursor. Okay, so these things all here, these are your parameters that you've been working on. So you have all the eye parameters here. Obviously, you only have one of the eyes rigged. But if you go up to here, it says, like, ooh, pattern A, pattern B. You can click any one of those right now because the eye's the only one that you have going. But if you hit this play button, it'll blink. It'll show you the motion. Personally, my favorite one is the one that's called posing. It's a lot more, I feel like, randomized and fluid. But as you can see, it gives you, like, a better idea of, like, the motions and things like that. I feel like the blinking motion is pretty squared away right now. The main thing I would have to worry about next is the eye, XY, and, like, maybe the eyebrow. But yeah, the eye motion is looking pretty squared away. Very, very nice, very nice. Perfect. So we're gonna pop that closed and go back to work. Now, all of this stuff right here that's in the eye, we are going to put in a layer, and we're gonna call it Iris, because that's what it is. Iris Aura. Seriously, bro, why are you like this? So we have, let me actually move this so I can see. Oh, that's not gonna tell me anything, is it? Tell me the names! Or don't tell me the names, you know? I don't need to know these things. That's, I guess, not important for me. Haha. Can't tell. One of these is eyeball X and eyeball Y. I think it's this one? Eyeball X, eyeball Y. Yeah. Okay, so this is eyeball X right here. We're gonna do 3 parameters on this one, which is this little one right here with the 3 dots up the top. That adds 3 keyforms. So you'll have a middle one as well. And the reason why you need a middle one is because the middle one is 0. That is the starting point. The other 2, the one to the left and the one to the right, are your left and right, respectively. So if I go to this one on the far left, I'm going to move the eye to the left. So the eye is looking to the left side. And then we're going to move the eye to the right. So the eye is looking to the right side. Not too much because I don't want it to look weird. Obviously, there is a little bit that we're gonna have to do to kind of like zhuzh it up here. Because clearly this isn't enough, you know? Yeah, what I wanted to do was free it from this so that I could do this. So this will give it a little bit more kind of like, I think, depth of the motion. We do want to kind of like, if we're going to do that, we're going to bring this in. There we go. That'll make it appear rounder, see? And then we're gonna do the same thing over here, where we're gonna... That's control, that's not shift. I'm dumb. Okay, so we're gonna bring that in. Maybe not that much. We're gonna do that, and then bring this in. And this in. And then use control, because we have to free it from this freaking spot. And then we're gonna, yep, do that. I do want to kind of move that, though. There's a little thing up here that you can click. It's got, it looks like a little three? No, four little green squares that are kind of curved, and then like a red power button looking thing. If you click on that, it hides the deformers so that you can get a better look at it, I guess. Alright, that's not bad looking for an eyeball XY. You do have to click it back on so that you can see it. Okay, so that's the eyeball X, eyeball Y. Whoops, 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 whoops. Whoops. Okay. And then we're gonna rig the same deformer to eyeball Y. And if you go down, obviously down is going to be the looking down part of it, so you're gonna drag it downwards. In order to give it a little bit more, we're gonna... of course, do something similar to what we've been doing. Maybe I bring that one down. Okay, and then similar thing with the top, where we're gonna drag it up. I do feel like I could do a little bit better with that one. Not sure. Now, there is a fun little thing that you can do that I am going to do. So, over here, next to the layer names, you have these weird little chain link looking things. If you click on, I'm going to click on the one for eyeball X because it's above eyeball Y. I'm going to click on that, and it links them all together. Now, it doesn't automatically, as you can see, set everything, but there is an easy way you can do to set the diagonals, where you go up to this little 3 thing here. You're going to click on it. You're going to go down to where it says synthesize corners and click on that. And it's going to synthesize those corners. At least it would if I were clicked into the parameter that I was supposedly doing. I'm silly. I forgot. Okay, so once you click on the deformer that you're synthesizing the corners for, you then click synthesize corner. And you have a little pop-up box that pops up. You shouldn't have to mess with anything at all. Just hit OK. And they might end up a little bit wonky. They might not. It depends. Like, as you can see, some stuff here might need to be a little bit edited. A wonk. So, like, you might have to move that out a little bit. I'm gonna bring that up a little bit. I don't want the pupil to be totally gone. I don't want the pupil to be covered at all. Yeah, I'm gonna bring that up a little bit. I don't want it to be too... Another thing you can do to make this motion a lot smoother is the same thing. You go up to this little dot, this little 3 lines, except this time you're going to go to the spot that says Extended Interpolation. A little menu is going to pop up. By default, the interpolation method is going to be linear interpolation. I click on ellipse. 5 is a little bit too crazy for me. You see how many dots those are. So I usually bring the points down to like 3 or something. And then it should look a lot smoother. I know it's weird to say that it looks smoother, but it's just, it does. And then I'm also going to actually grab the eyelid, and I'm going to do something with the eyelid for the IXY2. So I'm going to call this lid XY. And then I'm going to set it to these parameters, and so I'm gonna... Gosh darn you, can I please... I'm gonna unlink them for a second just so I can see how this goes. So the goal of this is to make it look like the eye is kind of moving. Okay, and then you're going to synthesize the corners, much like you did with the other one. And that makes the eye kind of look like it's moving a little bit more, I think. reduce the severity of that, though. Drag it down a little bit. And then let's try resynthesizing those corners. Like, I don't want it to be too severe. Pop back open the physics settings. We're gonna zoom in so we only see this half of the face so that it doesn't look wonky and weird. And then we're gonna go to posing and do that. Okay, that's not bad looking. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Now, there are a lot of things that I had to fix, like, for example, the way the pupils look inside, maybe where the highlight's placed, the reflection, several, like, little things that could be better that I have to, like, fiddle with, because obviously they could be much, much better. But this is the basic idea of rigging the eyes. Actually, it's technically a little bit above beginner level, because most beginners don't, like, fidget with the eyelids like that. That's just a me thing. I saw someone do it once and I thought, oh, that's really neat, and so I continued to do it. But yeah, once we get all that squared away, then we can worry about the physics for the eyes as well. So we're gonna refine some eye stuff here. Real quick, I am going to open the texture atlas just to make sure everything's, like, at 100%, because I'm so bothered by these lashes not looking nice enough. No, everything's at 100%. Okay. Right. So it's just weird. Got it. Okay, so we're going to call this one Pupil. Pupil. Aura. As you can see, this is relatively nice looking. I am going to, however, move it. Oh, hello? Oh, that's caps lock. Yeah, I'm gonna move it to the side a little. That'll give it a little bit more. I'm actually gonna unlink these as well, so it'll give it a little bit more range of motion because I've moved it to the side. Same thing over here. I'm gonna move it to the side. A little bit more depth of motion, and then for this, we don't really want it to be as wonky here, I think. I might... Okay, we're gonna try synthesizing the corners here. Now, as you can see, I do kind of need to, like, make sure... Mm-hmm. I don't know, I feel like that looks a little bit odd. Maybe it's because I haven't done the highlights yet. Okay, what if... Hear me out. What if... Take this... No, because if I take it out of there, then it's not going to be... Yeah, okay. Ooh, darn. I feel like maybe I shouldn't have really done what I did for the up and the down, so I think Control-Shift-C, we're gonna redo these. We're only gonna tweak it, like, slightly. Nope, nope. I feel like that looks less awkward in my opinion. I do need to do some editing though, because this clearly is not perfect. Okay. That looks significantly less awkward to me. Okay. We've recovered. It looks better now. The highlight. Okay, I do have this, which is unfortunately inside of this layer. Let me just turn these off. They're just like extra little sparkles. I can easily fidget with. Yeah, easily. I add that as a reflective layer. Additive. Oh, God. Oh, I didn't. Oh, God. Yeah, no, I'm not feeling it like that. Like, it would be nice. Oh, such a bright color. What was the layer at before 80? No, it had to have been 70, right? Yeah, it's 70. Okay. This is the reflection layer. I still feel like I'm bongling it. Maybe it's this. Maybe I just get rid of that for a second. Ooh. Hold on. I will just a little bit bring that up. Don't do it, don't do it. I was gonna synthesize corners again, but then I thought about it and I'm like, oh my god, don't do it. Just do this. Came up here, we're just gonna lower that a little bit. Lower that a little bit. And lower that a little bit. Okay, so... we're gonna rework the pupil in here. I didn't like how it was. Gonna move it over a little. Move it over a little. Top and bottom's probably fine. Bring that up and down a little bit more though. No! Wrong one. I clicked on the wrong thing. That's okay. We're fine though. It didn't let me do it. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. Okay. You, and then we're gonna take you, and we're gonna maybe... yeah. Oh, wait, hold on. We also want to put that in there as well. Excuse you, the absolute audacity to change what I'm working on without my permission. No. Okay. We made a new thing, and it's actually got all the lights inside of it now, so I should be able to work with all of the lights and stuff inside. gonna give this one of those, extended interpolations going on, because if I have it for the eyes, I might as well have it for this too, because it's part of the eyes. Looks mighty nice. However, as you can see here, we have an issue with the reflective layer. Let's see if I can't get that to clip specifically to just the eye. I cannot. Disappointing. Okay, so we're gonna go in here and we are going to fidget with it so that it remains inside the eye. Huh? Perfect. I wonder why this was the only side that had that problem. Alright, let's go test that out. Again, we're only gonna, like, see this half of the face because anything else is gonna look weird. Alright. Now this is pretty basic, but as you can see, oh no! It's rather boring, isn't it? That's where physics come into play. This is when I'm gonna start making my blue folders. My blue folders are for physics. So I'm gonna say this is the not just ice physics. I'm gonna say body physics. So they're physics for the body. I'm gonna abbreviate it though because I'm lazy. Label color is going to be blue. That way I can put more stuff in it than just the eye physics. Okay, I'm gonna make a new layer, and this is going to sound really weird. But I'm just going to do a bunch of subtraction symbols, right? Body physics. And then a bunch of subtraction symbols. I want to write the words in all capitals, though. Okay. We're not even going to name the parameter, because it doesn't matter. And now you see this, and you're like, oh, Ryu, why would you do that? We're not using that for anything. Why would you do that? If I go to physics settings, you see here? Have one big long line to help me separate and see what all is going on here. See? Now I can tell, oh, this one is this. And I'm not going to get lost when I'm adding physics. Because actually, if you add physics, as I'll show you later, if you're adding the parameters to be part of the physics, you have to scroll through all of these, and it's so hard to navigate. So what I've done is I've literally made it so that you can easily identify, oh, this is this section of physics, because I have, like, all capital letters there. Okay, so after that, we're going to add the parameter we're actually going to use, which is going to be... The first one is going to be eye bounce. I want the eyes to do a little bounce thing when the blink happens. And so it's going to be param eye bounce. Remember, when you're writing a parameter ID, you cannot write, like, spaces. It won't take spaces. Okay, so I think I'm gonna have it go from 0 to, like, 1. Okay, so we're gonna take everything in the iris, and we're going to make another warp deformer, and we're gonna call this one Iris bounce because of the physics is bounce. Okay. Create that one. And then we're gonna do our 2 parameters. And I think, I want it to wiggle in, or do I want it to wiggle out? Okay, we'll see what looks better. Right now, I'm just gonna do something like this. Something really basic. And then we're gonna go back to our physics settings. Okay. So we're gonna click this button over here that says add. And a little menu is going to pop up that says add a group. And there's like name, input preset, physics models preset. We're only going to worry about a couple of these things right now. The first one, name. This is the iBounce physic. So we're going to write iBounce. And then under input preset, you're going to click on the drop down and then you're going to click on head input. Actually, no, you're not. I'm dumb. You're not going to click on anything. You're not going to click on... In fact, you're not going to do anything other than name it. You're just going to name it, you're going to hit OK. Usually, you'd click on head input for, like, certain things, and then it would, like, add some defaults here. We're not working with defaults. This is something we're doing ourselves. So, we're going to click add. The thing that we want the input setting to be is going to be the I open. So, we're going to take IL open and IR open, and we're going to take both of them. We're going to set each of their effectiveness to 50. So they each affect it like halfway, no matter what. So down here under pendulum settings, just hit add. Don't worry about messing with any of those yet. Just add one. And then over here under output settings, you go over here, input, output. Click on output. Click add. This is where the thing is going to pop up and it's going to be like really hard to tell, which is why I had you add that other layer. If you see it yourself, you'll understand. I understand it's not capturing on my program right now, but it's just a Dropbox with all the parameters on it, and it sucks to navigate that when you have a lot of parameters. So you're going to click on the iBounce, click OK, and right now you have the scale at 1, so it's not going to do anything. I'm going to set it to like a... Okay, so you can see here, the output is at 738, which is not great. So we're gonna decrease it to like fit to scale. So I hit the output and then I hit decrease output so that way it fixed itself. And then we're going to see what happens when it blinks and see if we like the way it looks. If we don't, yeah, I don't know if I like that. I certainly don't. Okay, so we're actually going to go back here. We're going to undo what we did, and we are going to edit the parameter to have a negative and positive. So the default is negative 15, positive 15. I'm fine with that. I'm going to work with that. So we're going to have 3 instead of 2 now. So when it goes negative, we're going to have it shrink in. When it goes positive, we're going to have it go out. This looks really atrocious, but trust me when I say that it'll be fine. It looks comical right now. That's okay, because it'll get better. A lot of it you kind of just have to play by ear. Go back to the modeling menu. Back to physics. We're gonna try it again. Okay, so the output has been set to 10 now. That's not nearly enough. So we're actually going to try and increase that output. Come on now. Give me an example. See, that might be a bit too wiggly, so we might decrease the output. Maybe make it half of that? That might work. Hi! Sorry if I'm slow to respond. I was knee-deep in this mess. I think it looks okay. got a little bit of a jiggle. Guess what? Guess what? What? Ooh, yay! That's so fun to play with. Alright, so we got our default little eye jiggle here. We are gonna do a little bit more in terms of... Yeah, okay, so this highlight, we're going to give it... I'm just gonna call this HL jiggle because... Highlight jiggle. We're gonna make a new parameter that we're gonna call HL jiggle because it's the highlight parameter. So param HL jiggle. Oh no! It doesn't understand semicolons. So we're gonna do your standard -15, +15 on that. And then we're gonna do this. And we're gonna just have it go down, but go up. I might flip that. Now, for this sort of circumstance, you might want to use the ellipse interpolation, just to make it appear more like rounded movements. We're also going to give that a parameter, that, and then this a parameter, but we're doing one at a time. There's going to be a lot of physics. Just for the eyes. I haven't even gotten on to the lash physics. Like, oh my goodness. Gosh, I hate how blurry it's thing. Yes, that is the system used to have things thrown at you on the screen. Yeah. Okay, let's see here. Let's add another one. We're gonna name this one... Lights. Jiggle. Okay. Under input setting, we're gonna do the same thing. The IL open, IR open is gonna be the main effector of that. Same thing, we're gonna set their effectiveness to 50%. First one didn't take, gosh darn it. Set. Add a random pendulum that we're not gonna worry about. Go to output settings, add highlight jiggle. Set it to maybe like a 5 for now, just to kind of like get the gist of it, and then we're gonna let it go and see how it looks. I feel like it could shake a little bit more, so let's make it like a 7. Ah. 8. Go crazy. 9. We'll do a full 10. Okay, so one thing I've noticed that I'm not happy with is overall, I'm really not happy with that being in there. So we're actually going to remove that from there entirely, which does that. However, we can fix this. We're going to make a warp deformer just for the motion, so highlight move. And we're going to rig this one special. I'll stay up for you. Keep me wrapped up in my phone, eternal deja vu. Yeah, it's fine. We're gonna emphasize corners, so it'll at least get the gist of what it wants. Keep me wrapped up in my phone, internal deja vu. Point of view. Me up till looks a little bit bonky. I'm hoping maybe if I throw some ellipse interpolation on it, it'll look less weird. Let's just take a look at it. Maybe I'm overthinking. Sometimes I feel like it shakes too aggressively. Huh. Not bad looking. Definitely do want to tone it down a little bit. 9. Eight. I do think that looks better than before. 7. Maybe I should reflect it so that it goes the other way. Okay, I think that's better if I reflect it. Yeah, for sure. Okay. Now this one, as I said, we're gonna give it its own sort of physics. So let's make... We're gonna call it Happy Jiggle. Actually, it should be Happy Eye Jiggle because I have other effects. Yeah, okay. So this one, as you can see, it's a little bit more spread out. So instead of having it be 2 by 2 for the Bezier divisions, we're gonna hit the width, we're gonna change the width to 3. So that way, we have this going on, if that makes any sense. And I'll repeat it again for anybody that didn't catch it after coming back from the ad. I changed it from a 2 by 2 Bezier division to a 3 by 2 so that this would have that more. Okay. So this one, we're rigging to the same, are we rigging it to the same, or do I want to rig it to something different? I should rig it to something different, probably. Yeah, okay, so we're gonna make a new parameter, and we're gonna call it EX light jiggle. Because it's extra lights, so EX light. Param, EX light jiggle. Perfect. Okay, so we're gonna take this side and we're gonna kind of like drag it this way. And And then there is actually something you can do. If you click on the little drop-down menu up here, you can actually click on Reflect Motion. And if you hit that, then now you've reflected the exact motion you performed on the other side. That gives you something to work with. Now, before we go in here and start fidgeting with it again, I am going to go into the reflection already, and I'm going to go ahead and make a parameter for the reflection. We're just going to call it reflection jiggle. Very easy. Okay, we want to make this a warp deformer so it doesn't get too crazy. So we're going to call it, well, reflection jiggle. Or ref jiggle for short. Alrighty, we can do any number of things with that now. So we're going to go into the physics settings. We're going to zoom all the way in on this eye again. And then over here, we're actually going to add. And we're going to hit new ones. We're going to add these. Yeah, these two as well. And so now that these are added, we're going to add new pendulums. And each one is going to be a different pendulum. Okay. So they're all affected by different pendulums. They all look like the same pendulum, though. Okay, so I'm gonna hit that with like maybe a 5, and then this with maybe a 5. And we're gonna go ahead and start fiddling with it until it looks the way that we want. You see how that beautiful jiggle we got going on with all the lights? So I might want this one to jiggle a little bit more, so I'm gonna hit that one up to a 7. I do want the reflection to jiggle the least, because it doesn't need to jiggle that much. Looks beautiful so far. I love that. Now, before I call this portion of the tutorial done, there is one thing that we are going to do. A very simple thing that we're going to do. We are going to select every single item. Oh, no, we're not. I do have other eyes to do. Okay, so we are going to put it on hold. Darn. I was going to do the copy, paste, reflect, but if I have the other emotion eyes, I don't want to do that yet. I want to rig everything first. So, I keep hearing in my head the my money don't jiggle jiggle every time you say jiggle. Yeah. My money don't jiggle jiggle. It folds. Alright, so we're going to save this bad boy. We're going to call it done for today just because all the other stuff is going to take way too long to do. So we're going to call this a little pit stop in our journey of tutorials and put this on the back burner until next time. Alrighty. Beautiful. We love to see progress. I am going to close out of that for now. And yeet myself over here as we find a lovely person to raid. My VTuber don't jiggle jiggle sheeple. I mean, I can make that happen. I can make one fold. Alrighty, let's find a lovely person to raid. Who do we have? What option? Ooh, lots of options today. Couple of artists, which is great, because I always prefer to raid artist after art. Okay. What are they doing today? I know I rated them last time, but what are they doing today? I'm not even sure what art program they use. What program do they use? do not know what program they are using. Oh well. It's fine though. We can raid this person. They do lovely artwork. They also rig. It looks like they're doing art right now. I do not know what they're doing because their stream name is simply a little emoji from the Japanese keyboard. But yes, I will yeet you over to this lovely person. Alrighty, if you want to stick around, then you can use this raid message here when we raid. If not, I hope you have a wonderful day. You can join my Discord if you're interested in essentially any news, announcements, things like that. Sometimes I do polls, but for the most part, a little quiet Discord. And I'm not sure when my next stream is going to be, because Monday I have plans, Tuesday I also have plans, so it might not be till Wednesday. But when it is, I'm either going to stream Baldur's Gate some more, or Genshin, because I think the update might be out by then for Genshin, so I'm not sure. If the update comes out, I'm speedrunning it, but if not, I'll be doing Baldur's Gate. But yeah, I hope you all had a lovely time. I had a lovely time. Actually, let me just... Yes, I hope you all had a wonderful time, and I hope to see you next time. But for now, have a wonderful evening. Ta-ta. I bid you adieu. And boop. And a boop. And a boop.